On Global TV News Prime, House of Representatives set to prioritize appropriation bill, tax reform bills. On the business, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria seeks federal government financial backing. On the force, the United States to name Navy's aircraft carriers after former commanders. On the sports, West Ham United plotting a move for Taiwo Awoniyi. Hello and welcome to News Prime live on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Tonight, we begin by bringing you a message from the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, who has identified the 2025 appropriation bill and the tax reform bills as key legislative priorities for the National Assembly this year. Abbas, who spoke in a welcome address delivered by the Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu following lawmakers' resumption from the Christmas and New Year break, emphasized the importance of these reforms to Nigeria's economic recovery and fiscal stability. The lawmaker says these reforms are essential for broadening the tax base and improving the compliance and reducing dependency on external borrowing. And out here at the Federal Capital Territory, some vulnerable FCT residents, including scavengers, beggars, speedy traders, and others, have filed a suit against the minister Nyesom Wike, demanding 500 million naira in damages over alleged breach of their fundamental right. A legal practitioner by Ikema filed a suit before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja on behalf of vulnerable residents, praying for an order awarding the sum of 500 million naira as general and exemplary damages for the violation of the fundamental right, which are guaranteed under sections 34, 35, 41, and 42 of the 1999 Constitution. Ikema, listed as the applicant in the originating motion, said he is suing a public interest for the protection of vulnerable citizens in Nigeria. The minister, as well as the Inspector General of Police, Director General of DSS, and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. President Tinubu has approved the appointment of Falashade Arinla as Deputy Director General for the Department of State Service. The approval by the President has drawn commendation from a large section of serving and retired DSS officers who see the move as aimed at restoring professionalism to the service. The presidential approval reportedly seeks to revise the agency structure for better efficiency in line with the original organogram of the service. In a related development, Tinubu has declared the commitment of his administration to win the war against insecurity in the country. President Tinubu stated these at the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces celebration and Remembrance Day in Abuja. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Livinus Nwabugia, the President, who represented by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives Benjamin Kalu, reiterated his readiness to equip the military with the necessary resources to stem out all manner of security challenges across the country. And now the Nigeria Police Force has formally written to Amnesty International demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over a publication titled Bloody August, a Nigerian government violent crackdown on end-bad governance protests. The controversial report alleged human rights violations, police brutality, and excessive violence by the NPF during the August 2024 end-bad governance protests. The police, in a letter signed by its public relations officer, ASP Oluweya, described the publication as misleading and damaging to the reputation of the force. The Academic Staff Union of Universities Akure Zone has kicked against the proposed eradication of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, which is currently under review by the National Assembly. The union also condemned the proposal in 2024 Nigeria tax bill. Only 50% of education tax will be allocated to TED Fund in 2025 and 2026, while from the 2030 upward, fund will not be receiving allocation. The chairman of ASU Akure Zone, Professor Adeola, said that these at a press conference held on the campus of the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo Town, Ondo State. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has urged President Bola Tinubu to ensure the federal government develops a sustainable strategy for financing education in Nigeria. Obasanjo, speaking at the 70th birthday celebration of the Vice Chancellor of Bells University, Olulode, in Oyo State, also urged all levels of government to empower youth to become job creators. He said that the president and the federal government must find a means to finance education for its sustainability. About 390 Nigerian migrants comprising 387 adult males, 2 adult females and 1 infant boy who were stranded in Niamey, Niger Republic has been repatriated back to the country. Speaking during their reception at the Nigeria Immigration Training School, Kano, the Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, reaffirmed the federal government commitment to reintegrating the returnees into various empowerment programs under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. In a related development, the federal government has confirmed an outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza commonly known as bird flu in Kano State. The disease has affected various bird species, including layers, dogs, guinea fowls, and turkeys. In a circular signed by Dr. Taiwo Oleshewu on behalf of Chief Veterinary Officer of Nigeria authorities, raised concern over the heightened risks of disease spreading, particularly during this period. Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa said that the military expect a bountiful harvest in the upcoming budget defense before the National Assembly for 2025 to defeat insecurity. He said that these are the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces Day celebration 2025. General Musa, while thanking the President and members of the National Assembly for their support, said the military look forward to a bountiful harvest. Elsewhere in the news, 1 Marine police officer has been declared missing while 2 others sustained varying degrees of injury following attack on the operatives by armed hoodlums suspected to be sea pirates on Akwa Ibom coastal waters. Akwa Ibom State Police Command confirmed the daring attack on its Marine Police patrol team by suspected armed sea pirates along the Oron-Calabar waterways. The patrol team with fewer personnel was ambushed by 24 armed sea pirates, but the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Mohammed Azari, swung into action by mobilizing tactical operatives to work with sister agencies so as to curb everywhere for the fleeing suspect with a view to apprehending and recovering the missing officer. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has distanced himself from the impeachment of the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Modashiri Obasa. Sanwo-Olu, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Benga, described Obasa's impeachment as strict legislative affair, devoid of politics or the state government influence or interference. Akusa cited separation of powers in the Constitution, the executive, legislative, and the judiciary. Also in the news, the former Senate Deputy President and APC flag bearer in the 2023 general governorship election in Delta State, Ovia Omar Gege, has debunked report that he plans to leave the party. This was made known in a statement by spokesman Sonia Ray, stating that the story is a product of allegation of journalism with no outer of truths, adding that it was a bare fact outched job. This is coming after the publication had alleged that Senator Ovia Omar Gege, former Deputy President of the Senate, is scheming to abandon the All Progressive Congress to team up with the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir Rufai to float a phantom new political party. You're watching the live broadcast of News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Prime returns. Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, to name defaulting banks over 200 billion naira of structured supplementary service data debt. We shall bring you those details as well as foreign sports and business stories after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us here on News Prime. And on to business news. Tonight, the Independent Petroleum Marketer Association of Nigeria, HYPMAN, has sought the federal government financial backing to upgrade their stations to refueling point for compressed natural gas, CNG. The National Vice President of IBMAN, Hamid Fashola, in an interview said the association is interested in selling CNG in its filling stations but has yet to do so because of the capital required. Fashola urged the federal government to allocate funds for the oil and gas sector, saying the commercial banks are hindering their business due to the high interest rate. The Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) will this week publicly release the names of 18 banks that have failed to settle their outstanding debt for using mobile network operators' unstructured supplementary service, also called the USSD data platforms. Reports gathered say that these banks collectively hold a total of 200 billion naira, and the telecom regulator is preparing to take action, including suspending the USSD services for the defaulters. And so far, only 4 banks have reportedly met the payment requirements outlined in the joint directive issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria and NCC in December 2023, which stipulated that 60% of the pre-application programming interfaces invoices must be settled by January 2nd, 2025, with payment plans to be agreed upon by the banks. Meanwhile, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission and the Nigerian Communications Commission have signed a memorandum of understanding to foster greater regulatory collaboration aimed at strengthening the consumer protection and promoting fair competition within Nigeria's telecommunications sector. The signing ceremony was attended by top officials from both organizations, including the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of the Commission, Tunji Bello, and Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of NCC, Dr. Aminu Maida. In a welcome development, the Nigeria Customs Service announced that it collected a total sum of 6.105 trillion naira as revenue for the year 2024. It said the amount represents an increase of 90.4% from the 3.2 trillion naira recorded in 2023, highlighting a notable growth in the services revenue generation effort over the past year. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale, revealed this during the press conference on Tuesday, where he provided an overview of the NCS performance in 2024 in Abuja. The premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, will likely cost more as the depot owners have increased prices by about 4.74%. This follows the recent increase of crude oil prices, including the Nigeria's Bonny Light to $80 per barrel this week from the $73 per barrel last week. Marketers have reportedly raised petrol and diesel prices at depot by 4.74% due to the rise in crude oil prices. And on the foreign scene, Bavarian authorities have said that drones of unknown origin were spotted above a military airfield in southern Germany. Investigators said that they have not ruled out espionage as a possible cause for the sighting, possibly connected to Russia's war against Ukraine. The Bavaria State Criminal Police Office said the police had been informed about the drone flight above the marching base near the city of the Ingolstadt on Sunday evening. United States President Joe Biden has announced that 2 of the Navy's future aircraft carriers will be named for the former commanders-in-chief Bill Clinton and George Bush. Biden said in a statement that the future USS William J. Clinton and the future USS George Bush will begin construction in the years ahead. The statement added that when complete, they will join the most capable, flexible, and professional Navy that has ever put to the sea. South Korea's Constitutional Court has opened President Yoon Suk over his failed martial law bid, but quickly adjourned the first hearing after the suspended leader didn't show up. Yoon, who was impeached after his December 3rd power grab, plunged South Korea into a worst political crisis in decades and was suspended from duty but has gone to ground in his residence since refusing summonses from investigators probing him on insurrection charges and using his presidential security team to resist arrest. The court spokesperson told Newsband that the trial's first of 5 hearing began at 2 p.m. but lasted just minutes, with Yoon not in attendance. And our retired actress, Lucy Corey, known for her roles in the film Blues Brothers and Sings the Blues, as among us died in In Los Angeles wildfires, reports said that the actress died at the age of 95, with authorities confirming the Curry's remains were found at a burned-down property in Atalanta, California. Her granddaughter, Dallas Kelly, was last seen on evening of January 7 when Kelly dropped her off at home. Moving to South, the Federal Capital Territory used some week hours pledged to honor Victoria athlete who recently represented the FCT in various sporting events. Aweka discloses in a statement from the FCT Sport Department in Abuja saying that a reception scheduled for Thursday in recognition of athletes who represented FCT at the 2022 National Sport Festival, the 7th and 8th National Youth Games. According to him, the honor is to appreciate the athlete for the acts of sacrifice, patriotism and determination that have brought glory to the Federal Capital Territory. Former Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly on the verge of signing a new deal with Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr worth an outstanding $3.8 million per week. Ronaldo, who rejoined Manchester United in 2021, enjoyed a prolific first season, scoring 24 goals. A report suggests that the 39-year-old forward, who turns 40 in February last year, is set to extend his contract with Al Nassr by one more season. West Ham United are plotting a move for Nottingham Forest forward Taiwo Awoniyi are going to report the Hammers want to sign the Nigeria international on loan for the remainder of the season. A permanent transfer has also been discussed, but Nottingham Forest's €20 million violation could be a stumbling block. And Barcelona president Joan Laporta defended his handling of the Daniel Olmo restrictions issues and lashed out at enemies attacking the club in a fiery speech. The midfielder Olmo and striker Paul Victor brought missed 2 matches after La Liga and the Spanish Football Federation refused them a new license to players, saying that Barcelona had failed to meet a deadline at the end of 2024. The financially struggling Catalan giants sold seats in VIP boxes at the under-construction Sporting Camp Stadium to Middle Eastern investors to help pass La Liga's strict financial player restriction for the new licenses. Wrapping up on sport, Barcelona defender Inigo Martinez is said to miss 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. A Catalan club in a statement said the centre-back Martinez sustained the problem in Barca's 5-2 Spanish Super Cup win over Real Madrid in Saudi Arabia earlier on Sunday. Tests carried out have shown Martinez has a right hamstring injury. It will be out for around 4 weeks of the game. And as we wrap up the news pan, let's take a look at the top stories. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has identified the 2025 Appropriation Bill and Tax Reform Bills as key legislative priorities for the National Assembly this year. We also told him business that Independent Petroleum Marketing Association of Nigeria, HIPMAN, has sought the federal government financial backing to upgrade their stations to refueling points for compressed natural gas (CNG). We told you on the foreign scene that U.S. President Joe Biden has announced that 2 of the Navy's future aircraft carriers will be named for the former Commanders-in-Chief Bill Clinton and George Bush. And the sport, we informed you earlier that West Ham United are plotting a move for Nottingham Forest forward Taiwo Awoniyi. Everyone, that's the package on our News Prime. A quick reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365, start time is channel 276 and free to air at NICAMSAT. You can follow us on the social media platform at Global TV NG. On behalf of the entire production team of the News Prime, we say thank you for joining us. My name is Edikan Michael.